The sudden death of actor and comedian Bob Saget last month took fans of all ages by surprise. According to his family, the 65-year-old actor and comedian accidentally hit the back of his head on something, thought nothing of it and went to sleep. No drugs or alcohol were involved, according to a coroner's report. Saget had fractures to the back of his head and around his eyes at the time of his death, according to an autopsy report from the Orange County, Florida, medical examiner obtained by People. Saget was also COVID-19 positive at the time of his death, the autopsy noted. While details of how exactly Saget hit his head were not released, doctors stressed the importance of seeking medical care immediately if you sustain a head or brain injury. If you are concerned that you may have a head injury, consider getting yourself checked out, said Dr. Amit Sachdev, medical D. Medical experts say head injuries are very common. Dr. Joshua Marcus, a neurologist specializing in the surgical treatment of brain and spine conditions at Nuvance Health in Western Connecticut, said they're responsible for millions of emergency room visits in the U.S. each year. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2018, more than 220,000 people in the U.S. suffered from traumatic brain injuries, TBI, and more than 60,000 TBI-related deaths were reported in 2019. That's about 165 TBI-related deaths each day. Those 75 and older had the highest numbers and rates of TBI-related hospitalizations and deaths, accounting for about 32% of TBI-related hospitalizations and 28% of TBI-related deaths, according to the CDC. However, most head injuries are pretty mild, experts say. The injuries don't result in serious bleeding on or around the brain and don't result in any significant neurologic injury, and very rarely result in a catastrophe, Marcus said. There are a variety of injuries that can happen as a result of experiencing head trauma. They can be mild, such as a bump, a bruise or a cut in the head, according to experts at Johns Hopkins University. Or the injury can be more severe, like a concussion, a deep cut, an open wound, or fractured bones in the skull. But no matter the injury, there are different symptoms you should look out for after sustaining a head injury. For mild injuries, individuals could experience symptoms such as sensitivity to noise and light, confusion, fatigue, irritability, a raised or swollen area from a bump or nausea, Sachdev said.